And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tipton High School, Tipton, Indiana, as we broadcast another fine football night. It's a beautiful evening. If you like, I guess if you're a polar bear.
Polar bear Eskimo, I'm going to guess.
It's a little breezy, a little chilly tonight, but that is the way it is here in the state of Indiana. The Tipton marching band out on the football field, and we're going to join in now with the national anthem as we join the Tipton Blue Devil Band in bringing you the national anthem. The national anthem brought to you by the Tipton Blue Devils here tonight on this Friday night football. Sheridan Blackhawks, the Hawks coming into town at 2-4, and the Tipton Blue Devils at 3-3. We'll come back, talk more football here tonight. A little pregame for you as we prepare for tonight's kickoff. Some words from our fine sponsors here. Sheridan Blackhawk football on Shine99TV.com.
It's football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. Come see us at any of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks!
Enjoy a Sheridan tradition. Jan's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts on quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jan's Village Pizza, North Main Street, Sheridan. Like us on Facebook.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
The Farmers Bank can give you access to your banking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Enjoy the convenience of mobile banking from the Farmers Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, and local athletes from the Farmers Bank.
And welcome back to Tipton High School, home of the Tipton Blue Devils, and it's a little bit of blue and a little bit of pink tonight as they celebrate and honoring the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as that has kicked off starting yesterday. Of course, a lot of the football teams tonight will be wearing pink, sporting pink, including the Indianapolis Colts this weekend as well. It's Blue Devils kicking off, or will be, this is their last home game of the season. This is also senior night. They come in at 3-3, as we mentioned. The Sheridan Blackhawks at 2-4. Tonight's pregame brought to you by Tom Pfeiffer State Farm Insurance, one of your Tipton team sponsors tonight. Is Tom. You see Tom in the Side Street Mall on West Jefferson Street in Tipton for a complete line of all the insurance you need: auto, home, life, health, banking, products, and more. Tom Pfeiffer State Farm, a Tipton team sponsor for tonight's football game. Also, another Tipton team sponsor for tonight's game is Hortons of Tipton. Karen, Tim, and everyone at Hortons Delight is bringing you everything from the practical to the divine. Don't forget about Horton's homemade fudge. That sounds delicious. Custom blinds, shades, and the big Christmas open house coming up Saturday, November 7th. Horton's on the Square in Tipton. Well, pre-game festivities are underway, Steve, and we think about this football game. Over the years, this has been kind of one of those games, a telltale game of two teams, because many times the Sheridan Blackhawks coming in here with a much better record, in fact looking for more confidence. I think tonight that's one of the things they're going to be looking for tonight. May not come out here with a W, but can they play with Tipton, and can they compete with Tipton this evening?
Well, you're exactly right, Shane. That is what Coach Wright wants out of his Blackhawks every game. Come in, compete, give yourself a chance to win, and hopefully, win big would be nice. But Coach Tully and his Tipton Blue Devils, for the first time last year, they had a losing record, I believe, at 2-7 or 3-7. First time in 15 years. And he said it's time to change the attitude and get back to football being very important to these players. So they're certainly seeing that as they already matched last year's win total. I'd like to get a few more if they could, but as you said, they come in 3-3. Our Blackhawks at 2-4. Both teams very almost evenly matched. If you look at the offensive and defensive output, our Blackhawks scoring 24 points a game, and the Blue Devils 21 points a game. Our Blackhawks giving up 32 points on defense, and the Blue Devils 30 points. So I think this should be a very evenly matched game, and everybody knows one of the keys is going to be how well can Tipton pass the ball, especially when it's windy tonight. If you become a ground game only, I think our Blackhawks can key on that. And the same thing with our Blackhawks. We've seen some good passing between Chesney and Harwood these past couple games, but that can open up even more. It's going to open up that running game.
Well, I would agree with that. The wind has calmed down a bit here tonight, but the flag's still flying in the end zone, but certainly not as much as it was earlier this evening, and so that could be a factor in tonight's ball game. The 3-3 Blue Devils and the 2-4 Sheridan Blackhawks, as the Sheridan Blackhawks step out of Hoosier Heartland Conference tonight to take on the 3A Tipton Blue Devils. Pre-game tonight brought to you by Tom Pfeiffer State Farm Insurance. See Tom in the Side Street Mall on West Jefferson Street in Tipton for a complete lineup of your insurance. All of the needs that you may have: auto, home, life, health, banking, products, and more. Tom Pfeiffer State Farm, a Tipton team sponsor for tonight's ball game. Also another Tipton team sponsor for tonight's game is Hortons of Tipton. Karen and Tim and everyone at Hortons delight in bringing you everything from the practical to the divine. Don't forget about Horton's homemade fudge, custom blinds and shades at the big Christmas Open coming up in November 7th to be exact, Saturday, November 7th. It'll be a big Christmas festivity. Hortons on the Square in Tipton. Both Hortons and Pfeiffer State Farm Insurance are pregame sponsors for tonight. Well, little ominous clouds, seem to be, as we preparing maybe for some moisture even later this evening. We think we're going to get this one in, and we certainly hope so. We'll take a quick time out, come back and talk a little bit more about tonight's football game. It's the Tipton Blue Devils hosting the Sheridan Blackhawks. It's Blackhawk football on Shine99TV.com.
And bring your computer. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Layout and print posters, produce your video, layout and print anything, from menus to memo pads, even help launch your new website. Sheridan Office Solutions on Main Street, Sheridan.
Shane and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain in Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain in Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Keefer's Hardware in Sheridan doesn't just sell hardware. Keefer's solves problems. Keefer's will rebuild your screens, mix paint, carefully cut your keys, carry all the in-stock items you need. Keefer's, making your life easier in Blackhawk country.
Football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. Come see us at any of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks!
Enjoy a Sheridan tradition. Jan's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts on quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jan's Village Pizza, North Main Street, Sheridan. Like us on Facebook.
Price Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Sheridan community and surrounding areas for many years. Price Heating and Air, 103 East 2nd Street, Sheridan, or call 317-758-4445.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School here in Tipton, Indiana. Steve Martinez, Shan Sheridan with you here on a kind of a blustery Friday night. Steve, you think about this ball game here this evening, and of course both teams out of their conference, kind of out of, but it's been one of those traditional games over the years that they have played. A lot of good games played between Sheridan and Tipton as we think back.
Well, it certainly has been that these two teams go back quite a ways playing each other. You know, the other thing to know about Tipton, they're a Class 3A team, so Coach Wright and his Blackhawks jumping up 2 classes to come play Tipton. But if you've known Coach Wright for over the years, he's never afraid of a tough regular season schedule, and he'll take all comers that are willing to challenge him, as he's also willing to go up in class and play who he has to out of his conference, out of his class ball. So 3 games to go, then it's time for, what's very unique, speaking of conference, for this time, first time this year, I believe, the Hoosier Cartland Conference is going to have a playoff on October 16th. It's going to be after the last regular season game, and then we think, we don't know for sure, but we're going to try and find out. We think they're going to take, because we have 2 divisions, the East and West, and the Hoosier Cartland Conference, they're going to take 1-1 on East and West, 2-2, and so on, and match them up. So as we get information on that, we will pass it along, but I look very forward to that, to see who we're going to match up with in the conference play.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. We've never seen that happen here. Of course, we've never had 2 divisions in a conference that the way we've done it. They're looking more and more like the SEC. Everybody's just following the SEC lead. Even, it went from SEC, then the Pac-12, then the Big Ten had to come follow, and now even high school football. It's amazing.
It is. It's getting more and more closer to the college game. Maybe the college game moves closer to the program. I don't know, but whatever it is, we're glad to have it and glad to certainly bring it to you.
As I'm sporting my LSU Tiger football jacket here tonight. The Tipton Blue Devils at 3-3 came in last week. I'm going to steal some of your paperwork here. They lose to Northwestern 34-14. Before that, they beat Western at Western 38-13, and had 2 losses, really pretty devastating losses. Lafayette Central Catholic blanked them 51-0, and then Hamilton Heights beat them 31-6. They opened the season with 2 wins, and then went on a 2-game skid, and then came back to win at Western, and then lost again last week to Northwestern. For Sheridan, it's a little bit a tale of just kind of an up and down roller coaster season. They opened the season with Western Boone. At Western Boone, they lost 47-20, and then came back at Clinton Central, again the Road Warriors this year, 26-12. They defeated the Bulldogs, and then North White comes to Sheridan and beats the Blackhawks 54-13, and then at Carroll, Sheridan drops a close one, 26-19, and then they come back and beat Eastern 50-21 just a couple of weeks ago, and then lost at Tri-Central last week 34-20. So the Sheridan Blackhawks have a record of 2-4, as the Tipton Blue Devils being introduced here tonight, the seniors being introduced and brought out on the football field, as you can hear in the background. We're going to take another timeout. Again, our pregame brought to you by our fine Tipton team sponsors tonight, Tom Pfeiffer State Farm Insurance. To see Tom in Side Street Mall on West Jefferson Street in Tipton for your complete lineup of insurance needs, auto, home, life, health, banking products, and more. Tom Pfeiffer State Farm, a Tipton team sponsor for tonight's game. Also, a team sponsor, Tipton team sponsor, for tonight's game is Hortons of Tipton. Karen and Tim and everyone at Hortons delight in bringing you everything from the practical to the divine. Don't forget, it's Hortons homemade fudge and custom blinds and shades, and the big Christmas open house coming up Saturday, November 7th. Hortons on the Square in Tipton. Helping us out here tonight is Sheridan Blackhawks making their way out on the football field across the way as the Blue Devils will stage their home area here right in front of us. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and get you the kickoff of tonight's contest. It's the Sheridan Blackhawks and the Tipton Blue Devils here at Tipton. The Blackhawks and the Blue Devils on Blackhawk TV, Shine99TV.com.
Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your home pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
The Farmers Bank can give you access to your banking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Enjoy the convenience of mobile banking from the Farmers Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And good luck to all local athletes from the Farmers Bank.
Wallace Grain and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain in Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain in Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. Sheridan Blackhawks win the flip of the coin, and they will be deferring, and it will give the ball to the Tipton Blue Devils. Tonight's captains for the Tipton Blue Devils, number 88, Jake Overdorf, number 54, that is Caden Thomas, number 66, that's Connor Tilley, and number 61, Daniel Pfeiffer here tonight. The Blackhawks getting ganged up over there on the far side. They will be kicking to Tipton to get this thing started. So the Blue Devils will be on the offensive first, Steve. And what can we expect from the Blue Devils here tonight, do you think?
Well, they bring back about 6 players on offense and defense with some experience from last year's team that were starters. So they're hoping that they just have some leadership out there, some experience to lead this team. But we know they like to run the ball. But we also know that quarterback Woods, he had some very good experience last year's throwing, and he can throw the ball if he can get his receivers open, and he can get time behind the line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see with that kind of experience what the Blue Devils will put together on the offensive here this evening. As we're still waiting for the Sheridan Blackhawks to get out here on the football field and finally making their way out on the football field, as we're going to get this thing started a little later than anticipated. Of course, it's senior night, and anytime you have senior night or homecoming or whatever the case may be, it changes the dynamic a little bit of at least the time frame of the ball game here. The Blackhawks, that would be number 8, who is Nick Burnell, is going to be number 8 tonight. He'll be kicking, and they're going to put a holder. It looks like Jacob Chesney is going to hold the football, so Burnell can get a foot on it without the wind. And there is the kick, and it's an end-over-end high kick. It's going to come down right there in the middle of the football field, and number 23 may be gone. Coming to the near side to the 40-yard line and out of bounds, number 23, that's Cameron Finch. And Finch, great field position for the Tipton Blue Devils, Steve, and that's not what you want if you're a Sheridan Blackhawk.
Well, it certainly is not. The cross midfield, Blue Devils go like that. Jacob Chesney saving the tackles. He may have been the last defender before he would make it down that sideline, so good thing Chesney came back across and picked up Finch.
Well, Finch gets it out to the 40-yard line of the Sheridan Blackhawks, and here comes the Blue Devils. Number 2, Kellen Woods, the quarterback for the Blue Devils, and he is a junior and will be in the shotgun formation. You'll see a lot of that tonight from both of these teams as they like to stay in that formation. Looking over the defense, there's the whistle. We're ready to rock and roll here. The first play from scrimmage. Here is Kellen Woods. and he is going to hand the ball off right up the middle, and he is gone. And I don't think they're going to catch him. Well, Burnell may do right at the, well, he's going to catch him at about the 2-yard line, maybe. Wow. My goodness, they're gonna mark it. Well, they're gonna mark it at about the 7-yard line. Barnell. Well, Barnell is saved the touchdown, but my goodness, number 87 there on the run, Steve. I believe that was Blake Edwards.
Yeah, that was Edwards. Took that hand off, but he is a big man. He is very solid. He's like a truck trying to bring down.
Well, here is Tipton again in the shotgun. Woods is going to hand it off to Blake Edwards again. He's going to bounce around and into the end zone. Touchdown. So Tipton goes, well, what is that, 3 plays? 2 plays.
2 plays, 40 yards.
2 plays, 40 yards for the touchdown. And if it is going to be that easy for Tipton, it could be a long night for the Blackhawks.
Well, I'm surprised that Coach Wright didn't call a timeout after that first big run and say that's not how we tackle in Sheridan.
Well, they just really gashed him. I mean, they really just gashed him. As I'm looking at the replay, just some great blocking, and the kick is up, and it is good, and it's 7-0 as Sheridan will take one on the chin here in the early goings. We'll take a quick timeout. Some more sponsors. It's Shine99TV.com. Listening and watching Blackhawk football.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
It's football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. Come see us at any of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks!
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. It is the Blue Devils hosting the Sheridan Blackhawks tonight here on senior night, and my goodness, we just saw a pretty nice drive put together by one senior, Blake Edwards, who ran the ball twice and got it in the end zone. A two-play drive for 40 yards, Steve.
I tell you what, he's listed as 5'11", 170 pounds on the roster. I tell you what, though, he looks solid as can be. He is going to be a trouble for us Blackhawks to bring down as low as he runs to the ground.
Well, it will be number 4 doing the honors of kicking. That's Tyler Slack for the Tipton Blue Devils, and he will approach the football and will be, well, they're going to have to hold it because the ball's not going to stay on the tee. It's just a little too windy out there for the ball to be on the tee. 7-0 here in the first quarter. 11:23 to go in the first quarter. Hard to believe it only took about 40-some seconds here, but that's the way it was. And there's the kick. And that is a long, my goodness, that's into the end zone, coming back out. And that's Jacob Chesney going to bring it back out, and he's going to get to about the 10-yard line.
17-yard line.
Well, they're going to give him to the 17.
22-yard line. First and 10 for the
so they say 22, but it's the 17. You're correct.
He was kicking. With the way the flag's going, I can't tell if he was kicking in the wind or with it, but he put that ball boot and put it on the goal line. If that was against the wind, that's impressive.
It looks like the wind was whipping sideways across the field. So the ball's going to be placed at the 17-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Blackhawks. This is their first possession of the football game. Chesney in the shotgun formation. He will bring Hardwood over to the near side, and we got
a false start.
Already got a penalty play. So Kyle Hardwood, they like to run behind the big guy. He is 6 foot, 247-pound junior. But there's going to be a false start against Sheridan, and well, I'm not too sure if you could start any worse.
No, that's for sure. Giving up a great return for Blue Devils to start the game, then they score in 2 plays, and now your first offensive play, you get a penalty.
Well, the Blackhawks will have 2nd and 15. Now the ball right back at the 12-yard line, and Chesney back in the shotgun formation, and they're just going to run. They're going to run right up the middle, and I believe is that Callahan. Let's check and see the number on that.
Well, whoever that was, he hit a brick wall.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he hit that line of scrimmage.
It wasn't much there. That's for sure to be 2nd down. So number 24 is that Burnell. So Kenny Burnell, number 24, the ball carrier. So, so they're going to say no gang. Cody Henry on the tackle there. It'll be second down and 15 now. Hardwood comes to the near side, and Chesney is going to hand the ball back to
Burnell again.
And boy, Tipton is just having none of it. I mean, they are not going to let. They're not going to let Sheridan establish that run game in any way, shape, or form. And Daniel Pfeiffer comes up with a tackle, and number 36 coming in the football game, that is Sebastian Olson for Tipton. It'll be 3rd and 6. They're going to actually say he lost a yard. It'll be 3rd and 16 now for the Sheridan Blackhawks.
We'll see if Chesney goes back to pass. We know one of his favorite targets is number 89, Kyle Hardwood. If that's a combination in 3rd and long.
Well, Chesney, shotgun formation. He's going to send a man. Hardwood to come in hard to the near side. Now they're going to hand it back to Burnell, and Burnell is going to be picking up a couple of 3 yards, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be it'll be 4th and about 11. It'll be 4th and 11. So Sheridan will have to punt without a doubt. Down 7-0 here early on in the ball game. And that is Kenny Burnell back to punt, and he is going to get one. It's an in over in, and it is going to bounce around the 45 and going to roll past the 50 back to the 45, and there we go. We're going to find it. There it is. So about the 45-yard line, that is where the Blue Devils will start again and again. Second possession, they've got great field position.
They certainly do. You got to be very happy with that. Coach Charlie's going to be happy. His Blue Devils starting just this time on the other side of the midfield at their 45-yard line, but that's excellent field position. You cannot ask for more than that. It gives you a lot of room to do some things. You're not backed up deep in your own territory.
Well, without a doubt. So the Blue Devils, with their second possession of the night, and quarterback Woods back in the shotgun formation, single back. We got a slot to the far side, and they're going to hand it back to Edwards, and Edwards is just pounding in the middle, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards to the 50-yard line. It'll be second down and 5 for the Blue Devils.
Blake Edwards, so far the workhorse for the Blue Devils. He's had all 3 carries for 45 yards. That time we actually can say we can contain him a little bit as we're going to give up 5 yards. But if every coach can get 5 yards on first down, they'd be very happy with that.
Well, the Blue Devils back on offense. They already scored one at 7-0 here in the early going of the first quarter. Woods in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand it back over to Edwards, and Edwards is going to run very close to the first down. It'll be third down. Let's see. They're going to call it about a half a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1.
That's right in front of me, Shan. He is probably barely a football length to get to the first down marker.
Well, the Blue Devils at 3-3, certainly a good football team at 3-3. They've had some pretty good competition, and certainly going to be testing the Sheridan Blackhawks here tonight. As Woods in the shotgun formation, and he is going to hand it again to Edwards, and Edwards is going to get the first down and more. And boy, I tell you what, Jacob Chesney put a lick on him, but it was not until he had gotten the first down. So another first down for the Blue Devils. 7:54 to go here in the first quarter as they run that clock, and it is 7-0 Tipton, and they're marching again into Sheridan territory. Woods back in the shotgun formation. He'll look over the defense, and let's see if the Blackhawks can find a way to stop him. And here is again Blake Edwards, and he is going to be running again right in between the tackles. And I tell you, it's nothing fancy, Steve. It's just between the tackles.
Exactly right, and that shows the experience that Tipton has on that offensive line. They're controlling the line of scrimmage right now, and Blake making holes for Mr. Edwards. And again, he's picked up about 4, maybe 5 yards on that carry, and he's just being a workhorse tonight, done all the work tonight for the Blue Devils.
2nd and 6 now after a 4-yard gain. Number 81 over to the far side will split that Sam Gutierrez, and we've got a slot over there. That is number 11, Caleb Burkett. Here is, oh boy, I tell you what, Edwards has hit that time. by getting tackled there by the Sheridan Blackhawks. Chesney comes in there. Also, big number 70 there for the Blackhawks. I don't have him listed in there, so I believe that is Travis Shank.
Edwards picking up 1 yard on that carry is now 3rd and about 4 or 5. First third down attempt for the Blue Devils.
Here's a shotgun formation again for Woods. This is 3rd down and about 5, and they're going to give it to Edwards, and he is going to be close to a first down. We've got a flag on the play, and it could be a hold. Let's check and see where they're going to. Oh, it is going to be holding against Tipton, so they're going to back them up. And that's a break for the Sheridan Blackhawks, a much-needed break for the Sheridan Blackhawks.
Well, that'll put it at 3rd and long, probably about 3rd and 15 for the Blue Devils. We'll see if they go to the air or if they keep it to Mr. Edwards. It's definitely 4-down territory, regardless where it's at. That if you get half of it, you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Well, Blackhawks will take the penalty, and they will back it up, and they'll just keep moving it back to around the 44-yard line. About the 43-yard line is what they're going to say.
So about 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
3rd and long here now for the Blue Devils, and as clock running with 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 off of a 2-play, 40-yard drive Tipton had on the first drive. We got a slot to the far side, shotgun formation. That is Woods, the quarterback. Looks over the defense, sends a man in motion to the near side, and now he's going to almost slip down, and now Woods to back the throw. Coming to the near side, he's got a man, but he cannot come up with it. So incomplete pass is incomplete.
That was his first pass attempt of the night from either team as Woods had it on a receiver, but man, a little bit zip on it as it went right through his hands. On a cold night, those hot passes are hard to catch.
Number 81, Sean Gutierrez, is going to be back to punt. It'll be Chesney and Gunnar Williams back deep for the Sheridan Blackhawks. And let's see if Blackhawks can get it. I tell you, Sheridan's not had a very good field position. Here is the punt. Boy, they're just going to bang that. And that, oh my goodness, it's going to be downed at about the, 2-yard line?
Yep, Acevedo running to the kicker. So looks like they're calling roughing. So it's going to be automatic first down with a 15-yard penalty.
Oh my goodness. Well, they're going to try to sort this out. Oh goodness. Well, when it rains, it pours. Even though it's not raining here, it's not. They're going to try to figure it out. But the bad thing about it is that the ball is spotted around the 2 or 3 anyway. Okay.
Wow.
Well, they're going to decline it, and they're going to put Sheridan.
It'll be Sheridan ball, 1st and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Wow. Well, that's saying, okay, we're going to challenge you to come out of this hole. So that would have been a first down.
Well, I guess maybe he made his signal wrong the way I saw. I thought he called roughing. But if he's just running into it, it's a 5-yard penalty.
That's right. So it would have been.
But the way he signaled, I thought it was roughing the kicker.
So
not
they decided to take it and keep Sheridan pinned back there. Here's Chesney back in the shotgun formation. Calls for Hardwood to move over here to his left, and he is going to hand the ball off. And that is Callahan trying to surge ahead for a couple of yards, maybe a yard. I'm not too sure. We'll have to check where the spot is. 2nd down and 9. They're going to give him a yard.
Callahan getting his first carry of the night. As he, as you said, picked up 1 yard on that carry. Move our Blackhawks out to the 4-yard line, making it 2nd and 9.
Dangerous situation for the Blackhawks. 2nd and long now at their own 4-yard line. As Chesney back in the shotgun formation, and he is going to he's going to keep it this time, and he's going to run 3, 4, 5, and gets up to about the 10-yard line, Steve. Close. He's about, 3 yards shy?
About 3 yards shy. Got about 6 yards, 7 yards on that carry. His first carry of the night.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 3. They got to get just outside the 13. So let's call it 3rd and 4. They got to get just about 13 and a half yard line. As Chesney back in the shotgun formation, And
calls his own number again.
He's going to run it again, and he's going to pick up.
This time only about a yard or two.
Yeah, it's
not enough.
Yeah, it's fourth down now, and you're going to have to punt. So, boy, it would have been nice if you could have picked that one up.
Yes, give themselves some more breathing room, get out of the back deep of their end zone or their red zone. But as you say, now they'll come out to punt.
Well,
as Kenny Burnell will do the punting duties.
Kenny Burnell back to punt. Let's see if he can get another good one out there. And he is going to, it's a high end over end, but it's going to be short and going to be bouncing out of bounds. My goodness, boy, Tipton is going to get another great start as far as their field position, Steve.
It's going to be about the 35-yard line of the Sheridan Blackhawks with first down. You cannot beat that. It's the best one they've had so far. They've had two good ones prior to this one. So Coach Tolley's going to be very happy with that.
Well, the Blackhawks coming in at 2-4, the Blue Devils at 3-3, as they're showing tonight that they certainly want to move beyond the 500 mark here this evening. You've got number 11 and a slot. That's Burkett, and here is Woods in the shotgun formation. Looks over the defense and will keep the football. He's got some good running room, around 4 or 5 yards over off the left side, and he's going to pick up. Well, he's going to pick up. He's going to be just about 3 yards shy.
And he got about 6 on that, and we'll give him 4 yards shy. He calls his number for the first time tonight as he carried the ball, getting 6 yards.
So it'll be Callahan stopping him before he could get a first down. It'll be second down and about 4 after a 6-yard gain. Here's Woods back in the shotgun formation with Edwards back there and back deep with him. And Edwards has been just a beast in running the ball. Now Woods is going to fake. He's going to back to throw, and he's trying to get away. And he is going to get away from being sacked. He's going to pick up maybe a yard. But a nice job by Sheridan defense that time. Good coverage that time. There was nobody to throw to.
Good coverage, and what could have been a sack, Woods did not panic and was able to get actually a yard gained out of that. So we'll tip our hat to them, but good job by our Blackhawk defense containing him.
A 3rd and long 3 now for the Tipton Blue Devil offense, as Woods again back in the shotgun formation, looks over the defense and will call for the football and hand it to Edwards, and he's going to run for the first down and more, and will get it to the 20-yard line. So Blake Edwards, who has been, again, a beast in the backfield, he has really ran the ball well. In fact, I'm not too sure he's picked up, he's got to have 30, 40 yards already.
He's actually at 67 yards. Because he had that first run of 40 yards, that big run, but he's sitting at 67 yards on 8 carries, averaging 8.4 yards a carry.
Well, Coach Bud Wright wants to call a timeout, talk things over. We'll take one out as well. It's Sheridan Blackhawk football on Shine99TV.com.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get yours today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Does your computer need help? Sheridan Office Solutions can bring your computer back to good health. Lay out and print your posters, produce your video, lay out and print anything from menus to memo pads, even help launch your new website. Sheridan Office Solutions on Main Street, Sheridan.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. The Sheridan Blackhawks coming into town as the Blue Devils lead it 7-0, 2:42 to go here in the first quarter, and it's been pretty much the run game by Tipton, who's been very impressive here tonight, Steve.
I tell you what, both teams have kept the ball on the ground with the one pass attempt by Woods from Blue Devils, which went incomplete, but Miss Edwards is putting on quite a clinic here in the first quarter for everybody.
Well, it'll be Woods going under center this time, getting out of the shotgun formation. He's going to go right underneath center. It's they're in the red zone right here, and they're going to hand the ball off to Edwards, and Edwards is going to pick up a couple, 3 more yards on a little counter tray action, and he's going to pick up, they're going to get him to the 13, so my goodness, 7 yards. The thing is, he doesn't look like he picks up that chunk of yardage, but then when the dust settles and the pile is moved, he picks up a lot of yardage.
Yep, that is, he does not go down on his first hit or first contact. He will drag 2 or 3 people with him before he goes down.
Well, he's 5'11", 170. He plays more like 6'2",
about 2 and a quarter.
225. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Here is Woods back under center, and they're going to give it to Edwards again, and Edwards.
No, actually, that's a new ball carrier.
Oh, excuse me.
First time, number 21. That is Monte Prater. He is in for his first carry.
Okay, so Monte Prater, Montre, number 21, Prater. Burnell comes up with a tackle. It'll be first down for the Tipton Blue Devils, and it'll be first and goal as they are inside, just inside the 10-yard line. They cannot pick up a first down, so they've got the second time they've been in the red zone tonight. First time they got a touchdown. Let's see what they do with this one. Here is Woods underneath center, and he is going to hand the ball off again, and that's going to be a great game tackle. Prater not getting anything that time.
Well, this time they met him right line of scrimmage as he gets back to the original line, and that is it. It was the second and 10.
No gain. It'll be second and goal from the 10-yard line, and the Blackhawks, you got to hand it to them again for being assertive there on defense, as they're giving Edwards a little bit of a break and put Montre Prater in there. And I believe now Blake Edwards that's a Montre Prater still in there. Here's Woods. Well, I think Edwards is in there.
Edwards is the lead.
The fullback, yeah, and they're going to give him Montre Prater, and he is going to get 3. Well, he's going to get to what, about the 7-yard line. So it'll be third and goal from the 7. So again, hands off to Sheridan.
We'll probably have just one more play before the first quarter comes to a close, depending on if they get a touchdown here or not.
Well, it'll be Tipton Blue Devils with the football, third and goal. Here is Woods in the shotgun. No, he's going to under center. He's going to pitch it to Prater, and he's getting close. 3-2-1.
He's in.
Touchdown. Prater scores, and what we thought would be the last play of the quarter ends up being a touchdown for the Tipton Blue Devils, and we'll play a little more of the quarter. So the Blue Devils now 13-0, and let's see what's going to happen here with the extra point. Montre Prater runs it in for 7 yards and scores the second touchdown on the ground here tonight for the Tipton Blue Devils. 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And here is the kick. It is up, and it looks like it is through and good. It is 14-0. The Tipton Blue Devils leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the Sheridan Blackhawks here on Shine99TV.com.
Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your home pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. It is 14-0 Tipton here leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks. We want to thank Tipton team sponsor tonight, Tom Pfeiffer State Farm Insurance. See Tom in the Side Street Mall on West Jefferson Street in Tipton for a complete lineup of the insurance you need: auto, home, life, health, even banking products, and more. Tom Pfeiffer State Farm, a Tipton team sponsor for tonight's Sheridan Blackhawk Tipton Blue Devil football game. Well, 25 seconds here to go in the first quarter, 14-0 as the Blue Devils getting ready to kick it off again. This will be the third time they have kicked it off tonight. They opened up the kick, and then they scored once, and now they've scored again. And so here is the kick, and it is going to be a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. So that'll be a penalty against the the Tipton Blue Devils. So Sheridan will have much better field position than they have to start the game so far, Steve.
They certainly are not backed up inside their red zone, got some breathing room. And we'll see if, as the first quarter is close to ending here, they come up with a plan to move the ball and get some first downs. So we're still looking for our first down of the game.
Well, it's mighty hard to move the ball against those big hosses. I mean, there's some big boys on that line against Tipton. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sheridan Blackhawks at their own 35-yard line. Certainly the best field position of the night. Here is Chesney in the shotgun formation. Let's see what he can do. He'll send a man in motion. That's Burnell going the other way, going to the far side. They're going to hand the ball off on the far side. That's Callahan, Joe Callahan, and boy, he has rolled and knocked down. They're going to lose 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, they met him, had him running lateral, could not turn the corner, get anywhere, and as you said, he's gotten off for a loss of at least 2 or 3 yards.
Well, they're going to say he got back to the. Now we have a flag. No, timeout Sheridan with 10 seconds to go. We'll take a timeout as well, but they said he got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 when we get back. It's Sheridan Blackhawk football here on Shine99TV.com.
The Farmers Bank can give you access to your banking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Enjoy the convenience of mobile banking from the Farmers Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, and good luck to all local athletes from the Farmers Bank.
Does your computer need help? Sheridan Office Solutions can bring your computer back to good health. Lay out and print your posters, produce your video, lay out and print anything, from menus to memo pads, even help launch your website. Sheridan Office Solutions on Main Street, Sheridan.
Welcome back to Tipton High School, one of our sponsors here tonight. Another Tipton team sponsor for tonight's game, Hortons of Tipton. Karen and Tim and everyone at Hortons delight in bringing you everything from the practical to the divine. Don't forget about Hortons homemade fudge, custom blinds and shades, and the big Christmas open house coming up Saturday, November 7th. It's Hortons on the Square in downtown Tipton. Sheridan Blackhawks now coming back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10, not where they want to be. Chesney in the shotgun formation sends Burnell to the far side. Here is a single back, and they're going to hand it. No, he's going to throw it, and it's going to be overthrown, intended for Burnell. That stops the clock. And, boy, you would think this first quarter to get in, they don't want to end it.
They just keep dragging and dragging. We've seen that play run last week where Chesney keeps it and runs it the last second. He kind of throws it. That time he let it go a little bit too early, and also he overthrew the receiver. So we'll see if that play comes back later on in the game.
Well, the receiver was open. Burnell had a nice little look, but the ball was maybe just a little too hard, and he couldn't corral it in. And here is Chesney in a 3rd and long, and we've said that a lot tonight so far. And here's Hardwood coming to the near side, and they're going to hand Noah Chesney's going to keep it. He's going to throw it this time, and he picks it, and it's going to be caught for the first down of the night. Let's see where they mark it. I believe they're going to give it to him.
That was the same play, but kind of this side.
Yeah, and number 12, that is that's Cummings, I believe.
And that was a 15-yard gain. That was
Cole Cummings. It was a 10-yard gain. They're going to give it. I mean, it was right at the. Well, they're going to measure for it. So let's stay here and look and see first where they're going to measure. He had to get to the 30, just outside the. He had to get pretty much just inside the 40. Let's see where they're going to put it. It's going to be mighty close, but Sheridan will go for it. I mean, there's no doubt that they're going to go for this thing here because they got him. Oh, it's just short. But I got to believe that Sheridan will go for it. So we'll see the end of the quarter, and they're talking about it. So we'll take a quick timeout and then come back and see what Sheridan decides to do. It's Sheridan Blackhawk football here on Shine99TV.com.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School as the Sheridan Blackhawks are going to go for it. 4th and about 3 inches as Chesney in the shotgun formation. Hardwood, I got to believe he's going to run right behind Hardwood. They're going to hand the ball to Callahan. He's got the first down and more. In fact, I thought he got away with a face mask there, Steve. But Callahan is going to pick up the first down, and that will be the first down for the Sheridan Blackhawks.
Boy, we needed that. We need some spark or life in our offense.
So the Blackhawks also, for the first time tonight, in Tipton territory, and that's again a good opportunity for the Blackhawks. As Sheridan Chesney will send Brunell to the near side, and here is Chesney. Oh, he drops the ball. It's on the ground. I believe he got it. I believe Chesney got it back. It'll be second down. My goodness. Well, you start moving things and get a little momentum, and then that happens.
Yes. As you said, when it rains, it pours, and we're just going to shoot ourselves in the foot.
Or when the wind blows, it really blows hard.
It's chilly out there tonight.
11:21 to go here in the second quarter, 14-0.
Well, that's about a 5-yard loss. My goodness.
Blue Devils
tough break.
Leading over the Blackhawks. Blackhawks now face a second and long, and something they really don't want to be in. Chesney calls for the football. He's going to run back and drop back and throw. He's got a man open. That's Hardwood, and he is going to pick up some good yardage beyond the original line of scrimmage, about 7 or 8 yards, maybe 9 yards on the reception. So back to the 40-yard line. Kellen Woods on the tackle. It'll be third down and 8. Much more manageable there, Steve.
Yes, definitely. It certainly is. As we'll definitely more than likely see Coach Wright go for it on fourth down regardless of what we gain here.
Well, they're in that territory, and I'm looking at the replay now, and Chesney doing a nice job of faking the football.
Callahan in the backfield with Chesney.
Chesney going to send a man in motion. That's Hardwood to the far side. They're going to give it to Callahan, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to pick up good yardage over the right tackle. And Callahan is going to pick up yardage up to 37. Number 14 in there on the tackle. That is Tim Bradford.
Pick up about
Noah Hill.
3 yards on the carry, so makes it fourth and about 5 or 6.
Well, they're going to punt it.
Wow, that surprises me.
Well, I think they're just trying to get them. They're trying to back them up as far as they possibly can. The clock running, 9:49 to go in the first half. As let's see if they fake it.
That's what I'm calling.
Here is Brunell, and he is going to pooch punt it, and that is going to fall at about the 15 and bounce around the 13 and roll to the 10,
5 or 6
to the 5. Wow!
Got a Sheridan roll.
Well, that was about the best punt I've seen all year in high school or college.
At this point in the game, we will take any break we can get.
Yeah. So the Blackhawks will go back on defense against this very potent Tipton offense, running offense tonight. They've been able to really rack up the yards on the ground.
The Blue Devils put 101 yards in the first quarter, 74 of those coming from Mr. Edwards.
Yeah. Well, Tipton, Blue Devils break huddle, and they will start at their own 5-yard line. First and 10, their own 5. Worst field position by far for Tipton tonight. They're going to hand the ball off, and that is
Prater.
That's Prater again. Amontre Prater. He is a 5'10", 146-pound junior, and he's going to pick up about 5. It'll be second and 5 at the 10. So the Blue Devils continue to show that, they can move the ball on first down, and it'll be second and certainly much more manageable as Woods underneath center. And he's going to run a little counter again to Edwards, and Blake Edwards is going to run for the first down. Right up to about the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at 19.
About an 8-yard carry for Edwards. Well, that's a tough combination right now. When you got Edwards and Prater both in the backfield, you can't just key on one guy. You got to figure out who you're going to go after. And it's been a deadly combination right now. They've got Prater in the game about midway through the first quarter, and he's been very impressive, as has Edwards.
Well, the Blue Devils will break huddle. They will send number 11 to the far side. That's Burkett. And here is Woods now back in the shotgun formation. Single back. Burkett coming to the near side. No, excuse me. That's number 84. They're going to hand it to Edwards. And Edwards is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Not much there. Number 84, Jaden Miller Harrison, was the man in motion coming to the near side. Jacob Chesney is going to drop him for a loss, actually. So
yeah.
Second and 11.
Actually took a yard away. That surprised me because I thought he made it back to the original line of scrimmage, but you take what the game gives you.
8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It's senior night here at Tipton. 14-0, the Blue Devils leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks. Here's Woods back in the back in the shotgun formation, 2nd and 11, as the Blackhawks trying to get off the field defensively. And here's Edwards is going to hang on to the football. Boyd just about lost it, but he picks up good yardage off the left side this time. And they're going to get it to about the 24, so it'll be 3rd and about 5.5, 6.
Edwards picking up 7 yards on that carry.
And Woods will break the huddle, and let's see if the Sheridan Blackhawks can stop them here and force a punt. This would be a big, big opportunity for a stop here. Here's Woods sending a man in motion. That's Harris. No, that's Burkett. And now back to throw. They're going to throw it over there on the far side to number 81, and that's Sam Gutierrez. And Gutierrez is going to pick up a first down, and that's, I think, the first down in the air tonight.
You're exactly right, from either team.
And
it was about an 18-yard pickup.
Kyle Archer, the defender for Sheridan.
As that Gutierrez picks up good yardage over on the far side, and it'll be first down. And they went out of bounds, so that stopped the clock. 14-0, the Tipton Blue Devils leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks here, as Woods still in the shotgun formation. He's been both. He's been under center. He's going to keep it this time. He's going to run it near side, and he's got some good yardage over the left side to the 50 to 45 down to the 41-yard line. And I tell you what, young man has really got some wheels. He just was finding and fishing his way through the Sheridan defense, and Brody Perry brings him down.
Boy, and that just tells another weapon that they have here at Tipton with Edwards and Prater being the two guys. Then Woods finally calls his number, and boom, there he goes, picks up 15 yards.
If Sheridan could just find a way to keep him out of here and keep this score at least 2 scores, but I tell you, it's mighty hard right now, barring a turnover. Here's Edwards right over right tackle, and he's picking up big yards in between the tackles, and he's going to get it down to about the 35-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. And the thing about this is that Tipton just keeps picking it up in chunks, Steve.
They do. Any time you get 4, 5, 6 yards on first down, the coach is going to love that. That gives you so many different things you can do on 2nd down before you have to get typed at a 3rd and 4 or 5.
Coming
situation.
up on the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter, 14-0, Sheridan down to the Blue Devils here at senior night here at Tipton. The Tipton Blue Devils leading 14-0 on a pretty chilly night of football. Speaking of chilly, that sounds pretty good. Here is shotgun formation for Woods. Receivers to both sides, and Woods with a single back there. And here is that's Edwards, and he's going to hand it to Edwards, and Edwards is going to be stopped this time. Not quite as many yards. A nice gain tackling there by Sheridan. Blake Edwards, Callahan in there, Chesney in there. You got all kind of guys in there. Good, and number 70 in there also. That's Alex Gibson, is number 70 for the Sheridan Blackhawks.
It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Blue Devils.
So
as they try to pick up that first down.
Well, I mean, and more than likely, this is a 2-down territory for Tipton as well. But boy, the Blackhawks could really make a statement if they could keep them. Well, now and Tipton is going to call a timeout, it looks like.
Prater had returned to the game, but now they got a timeout from Tipton.
Yep, Tipton's going to call a timeout. We'll take one out as well. It is the Sheridan Blackhawks down 14-0 to the Blue Devils at senior night here at Tipton. It's Sheridan Blackhawk football on Shot99TV.com.
The infamous Lion Club, pork chop on a stick.
Wallace Grain and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain in Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain in Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
Farmers Bank can give you access to your banking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Enjoy the convenience of mobile banking from the Farmers Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, and good luck to all local athletes for Farmers Bank.
It's football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. Come see us at any of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks!
Well, it is Tipton and Sheridan tonight on this chilly night of football. The Blackhawks down 14-0. That makes it even colder for us Blackhawk fans, as the Blackhawks have had a hard time stopping the run tonight, especially number 87 running the football, Blake Edwards, and he's back there right now. Facing a 3rd and 1, the Blackhawks trying to stay stingy on defense right now. Here's Woods underneath center, and that is a deep I formation. They're going to hand the ball out here to Montre, and that is going to be a first down for Montre Prater, the runner, and he's going to pick up good yardage.
Picked up about 4 yards, enough for the first down. That's all the Blue Devils care about, that they keep moving the sticks.
Well, the Blackhawks have just really struggled with stopping the run tonight.
And it's all starting there at the line of scrimmage. Is that Blue Devil offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, making great holes for the running backs.
They really have. They've blocked well. It's in the trenches right now. And here's Woods underneath center, going to hand it again. That is a Montre Prater, and he is going to pick up another couple of yards over the near side. And that ball is going to be marked at about the 25-yard line, excuse me, and Brody Perry on the tackle there for Sheridan. 4 yards would be 2nd and 6. Well, they're saying now 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. 4:10 to go here in the second quarter.
Edwards and Prater in the backfield.
And here is Woods underneath center. And he is going to hand the ball on the counter to Prater, and Prater is picking up good yards as he just finds a little crack and seam, and he's able to take advantage of it. And that's going to be close to another first down to be 3rd and 2. The ball right at the 20-yard line. So in the red zone now. Tipton's been pretty good in the red zone so far tonight.
Well, they have been. They've moved the ball very, very well, mostly on the ground. They just got a couple passes. Only one of them's completed. But between Edwards and Prater and Woods calling his own number once in a while, it's making for a tough combination to stop.
Well, Woods looks over the defense, goes underneath center, and he is going to hand the ball again to Prater, and Prater's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage by the Blackhawks. Nice job there by, again, Chesney, also number 24, Burnell, in there, and it'll be 4th down. So you know the more than likely they're going to go for. But I tell you what, I was pretty impressed with the kicker a while ago. So I don't know, maybe the kicker was.
I'm guessing like either going to go for it, and I'm going to either say Woods is going to call his own number, and he's going to follow Edwards, or he's going to give it to Edwards.
Well, we shall see. 4th down. This would be a big defensive stop for the Sheridan Blackhawks. 4th down at about 2, and Woods, and now. Well, let's see who's going to call the timeout now. It's going to be Tipton. So we'll take a timeout as the Blue Devils want to think things over. 4th and 2 at Sheridan Blackhawk football here on Chi99TV.com.
You need help? Sheridan Office Solutions can bring your computer back to good health. Lay out and print your posters, produce your video, lay out and print anything from menus to memo pads, even help launch your new website. Sheridan Office Solutions on Main Street, Sheridan.
At Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Wallace Grain and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain in Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain in Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School, Tipton Blue Devils senior night here at Tipton. A very chilly night here at Tipton. 2:38 to go in the second quarter as the Blue Devils come back to the line of scrimmage. Big play, Steve.
It is. It'd be a huge stop if we could stop them here and get the ball back and only hopefully have time to get something before halftime.
Well, Woods underneath center. You got an offset backfield, and Woods is going to pitch it to Prater trying to get to the outside. And, boy, I don't know. That's going to be close, Steve. He's right there at the marker.
It's going to be close. Depends where they put the spot.
Yeah, it really depends on where they put it. I mean, there's a good pursuit by Sheridan, but it looks like he may have it by a nose.
It's going to be close.
He had to get to the 18. And I don't know, are they going to measure? I believe they're going to measure. So I think he's mighty close. He is right.
It's going to be a football either way.
Yeah,
football yes or football no.
It's going to be about a nose of it either way. And he got it. First down, Tipton, and boy, I tell you what, that would have been a great stop for the Blackhawks. Certainly gave him a little morale boost. But Acevedo over there kind of lowering his head, dropping his head, a little disappointed. But 2:31 to go in the first half. A big victory here for the Sheridan Blackhawks to keep them out of the end zone. They're still not in there. They got a first down, but they're still not in there. Let's see if the Blackhawks can bend but don't break on defense. Woods back in the shotgun formation. Let's see what they end up doing here. Sends a man in motion coming to the near side, and he is looking to throw, and he is going to throw on the far side, and it's going to go up. It's a jump ball, no good. Archer over on the far side, and that's Harris, the intended receiver.
They threw a jump ball type pass and had one-on-one coverage, but I think it may have been over his head regardless and possibly out of bounds.
So it will be second down and 10. That stops the clock. 2:14 to go here in the first half. As Blue Devils will break the huddle. As the Blackhawks are out here in the man-to-man. They're going to hand the ball on a counter, and Prater is running for another couple of 3 yards. Demontre Prater picking up yardage down to the 14-yard line. It'll be third down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. Another big third down, Steve.
Well, it certainly is. They've got to try to hold them out of the end zone, but just can't seem to find their way as they chew up 5-6 yards at a time.
Well, the Blackhawks down 14-0 as Tipton has really just a good drive for Tipton here. I mean, they have really moved the ball. And here is Woods back to throw. It's going to be another one of those jump ball situations. It's going to be knocked away at the last second. Incomplete. And Harrison was the intended receiver, and he could not come up with it. And another great defensive play back over on the far side by Sheridan.
And we'll see if they're going to go for it, if they're going to go to the kicking game.
Well, it's
like they're going for it.
Yeah, it's 4th and 6. I would imagine they would go for it.
Well, we've seen that young man who kicks off can boot the ball a ton. So
well, the wind's blowing across the field. So I mean, so let's see what Woods and company does in the shotgun formation. Let's see where they go. Woods calls for the football. He is going to run it, and he is going to got plenty of room. And he's going to take it. It may go in. He will. Woods will take it in for the touchdown. Well, Woods, and that will make it 20-0. And boy, I tell you what, that is disheartening if you're Sheridan, as the Blackhawks could not, if they could have just stopped them right there. But instead, it's 1:21 to go in the first half. It's 20-0.
Woods calling his own number, scampers 21 yards, and gets the touchdown for the Blue Devils.
Well, number 4, that is Tyler Slack, to attempt the extra point, and it is up, and he's been perfect so far, and he stays perfect, and it's 21-0. We'll take a timeout. 21-0. The Tipton Blue Devils leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks here at Senior Night at Tipton, here on Shy99TV.com.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 5 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-866.
Price Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Sheridan community and surrounding areas for many years. Price Heating and Air, 103 East 2nd Street, Sheridan, or call 317-758-4445.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. Excuse me, home of the Tipton Blue Devils. Blue Devils leading 21-0, and Steve, you got to believe that unless Sheridan has just a real spark here that could make something happen before halftime, this is going to be one of those long nights.
Yes, definitely a huge return here would go a long, long way to making something positive in the locker room for Sheridan at halftime.
Well, and there's a low line drive kick. It's going to bounce around, and it's going to be picked up by Chesney, and Chesney's going to run it to the far side. He's got good yardage to the 35, to the 40, and to the 45-yard line. So Chesney finds a seam there in the special teams of Tipton, and boy, I tell you what, that's a great field position.
Boy, it certainly is. If he could have got that to the outside, I think he may have had a better chance of breaking a little bit, but he turned it inside, and the Blue Devils were able to catch up with him. But still, we'll take it. We'll take that 45-yard start.
21-0 here. 1:13 to go in the first half. The Blackhawks back again on offense. And here is Chesney back to throw. And he's looking. He's being chased now. He's got to get rid of it, and he's got a man almost intercepted. Burnell, he was trying to get it to Burnell around the 45-yard line of Tipton, but it'll be knocked down and incomplete. Second and 10 now with 1:07 to go here in the first half. 21-0. Sheridan down to the Blue Devils. It's been, I believe, if you look at the statistics and you see the plays that have been, and now we've got a timeout. You see the plays that have been produced. Tipton's got a whole lot more plays than Sheridan tonight.
Well, they certainly have a lot more plays and a lot more yards, so it's going to be a tough tell to tape at halftime when we're going over stats if you're a Blackhawk fan.
Well, we'll take a quick timeout at Sheridan Blackhawk football here on Shine99TV.com.
Keefer's Hardware in Sheridan doesn't just sell hardware. Keefer's solves problems. Keefer's will rebuild your screens, mix paint, carefully cut your keys, carry all the in-stock items you need. Keefer's, making your life easier in Blackhawk country.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. 1:07 to go here in the first half. Under the lights, and it's a chilly Friday night, 21-0. Tipton is the Tipton Marching Band getting ready to come out and perform here in a little bit. Chesney in the shotgun formation, trying desperately to get something going for the Blackhawks. Here's Chesney back to throw, and he's being chased coming to the near side, and he's trying to turn it up now, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Well, Chesney trying to even get out of bounds to stop the clock, but he's going to be knocked back. Actually gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be third down and 10 with 40 seconds to go here. And now Chesney back underneath. Oh, why? Okay. Don't understand that one. Of course, they had no more timeouts left.
I would have sent everybody long and just do it. It's still going to be fourth down, so.
Yeah. I mean, your fourth down, you just really wasted it because you got plenty of time. You got 36 seconds.
Right, to get your punting unit out there.
And now you're going to give them a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why not, just if nothing else, just Chesney go back and try to run it. Wow. I think got a little bit of a mistake there, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Here's the punt. It is a long, high, good punt again, and it's going to bounce and bounce and bounce at the 5 to 3, about the 3 or 4 yard line. Nice job.
23 seconds to go till halftime. We'll see if the Blue Devils just take a knee and go in the halftime, or if they try to throw something long.
Well, let's see. That was a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's a 67-yard putt.
Had an awesome roll. Can't beat that.
Yeah, you'll take it. Well, 21-0. 23 seconds to go here in the second quarter, getting ready here for halftime. And let's see if they just take a knee here.
Let's hope so for our sake.
Yeah, let's hope so for Sheridan's sake, as Woods will call for the football, and he will take a knee. Well, that should do it here for the first half. 21-0. We've played a half as both teams leaving the football field. We'll come back, talk some stats, and give you a little bit of the halftime performance of the Tipton Marching Band. It's 21-0. Tipton leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks. It's Blackhawk football on Shine99TV.com.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Price Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Sheridan community and surrounding areas for many years. Price Heating and Air, 103 East 2nd Street, Sheridan, or call 317-758-4445.
Enjoy a Sheridan tradition. Jen's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts in quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jen's Village Pizza, North Main Street, Sheridan. Like us on Facebook.
It's football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned. Come see of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks.
Price Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Sheridan community and surrounding areas for many years. Price Heating and Air, 103 East 2nd Street, Sheridan, or call 317-758-4445. Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. And it's proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. The Sheridan Blackhawks and the Tipton Blue Devils here tonight. 21-0. The Blue Devils leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks here in a very tough one here for the Blackhawks so far, as the marching band getting ready to perform. And looking over some statistics, not a very good one for Blackhawks. But Steve, give us an update.
All right, let's go ahead and start with our Sheridan Blackhawks tonight before we go to the Blue Devils. At halftime, team rushing for our Blackhawks, 11 carries, 24 yards, averaging 2.2 yards a carry. Blackhawks led in rushing by Joe Callahan, 4 carries for 18 yards, averaging 4.5 yards a carry. He's followed by Kenny Burnell. Kenny has 3 carries for 4 yards, averaging 1.3 yards a carry. And Jacob Chesney has 4 carries for 2 yards, averaging 0.5 or half a yard per carry. From the air passing, not too bad for Mr. Chesney. He is 2 of 4 passing for 16 yards, averaging 8 yards a pass. On the receiving end, for those passes is leading the way is Cole Cummings, 1 reception for 9 yards, and Kyle Hardwood also has 1 reception for 7 yards. Penalties for our Blackhawks, not too bad in the first half. Just 1 penalty for 5 yards, so can't complain too much about that. We only had 1 first down in the entire first half. We fumbled the ball 1 time and recovered it back. Moving to the Tipton Blue Devils, putting on quite the clinic here in the first half. Already on the ground rushing, Shan, 29 carries, 179 yards, 3 touchdowns, averaging 6.2 yards a carry. Leading the way for the Tipton Blue Devils, Mr. Blake Edwards, 14 carries, 98 yards, and 1 touchdown. He's followed by Emontre Prater, 11 carries, 43 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 3.9 yards a carry. Mr. Edwards had 7 yards a carry. He's followed by the quarterback, Kellen Woods. He has 4 carries for 38 yards and 1 touchdown, and he's averaging 9.5 yards a carry. From the air passing, Mr. Kellen Woods from Tipton. He is 1 of 4 passing for 18 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. That lone reception going to Sam Gutierrez for Tipton Blue Devils, 1 reception for 18 yards. Penalties not too bad for the Blue Devils. They, too, had only 2 penalties for 20 yards. Power, they had 9 first downs compared to 1 for our Blackhawks, and they had no fumbles. And that is your halftime stats.
All right, as you look at the Tipton Marching Band here performing for us a little bit here tonight as the Tipton Blue Devils leading 21-0 over the Sheridan Blackhawks. It is senior night and certainly a cold night as well. We'll take a timeout, come back and listen more to the Tipton Band and talk a little bit more about the football game here tonight as the Tipton Blue Devils leading 21-0 over the Sheridan Blackhawks. It's Blackhawk football and Shine 99.
Does your computer need help? Sheridan Office. Bring your computer back to good health. Lay out and print your posters, produce your video, lay out and print anything from menus to memo pads. Even help launch your new website. Sheridan Office Solutions on Main Street, Sheridan.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Enjoy a Sheridan tradition. Jan's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts on quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jan's Village Pizza, North Main Street, Sheridan. Like us on Facebook.
Wallace Grain and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain in Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain in Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
Welcome back to Tipton High School. Tipton Blue Devils performing for you. The marching band of Tipton Blue Devils performing for you here tonight. We'll take a listen as they share some of their music and talents with us here at Tipton tonight. Tipton Marching Band here entertaining the crowd tonight. here at Tipton High School. The Tipton Blue Devils leading 21-0. We'll take a timeout, come back and talk some more stats and a little bit more about the Sheridan Blackhawks here on Shine99TV.com.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
The Farmers Bank can give you access to your banking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the convenience of mobile banking from the Farmers Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, and good luck to local ask from the Farmers.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Enjoy a Sheridan tradition. Jan's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts on quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jan's Village Pizza, North Main Street, Sheridan. Like us on Facebook.
It's football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. Come see us at any of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks!
Does your computer need help? Sheridan Office Solutions can bring your computer back to good health. Lay out and print your posters, produce your video, lay out and print anything from menus to memo pads, even help launch your new website. Sheridan Office Solutions on Main Street, Sheridan.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community. Price Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Sheridan community and surrounding areas for many years. Price Heating and Air, 103 East 2nd Street, Sheridan, or call 317-758-4445.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Wallace Grain and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain and Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain and Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
Enjoy a Sheridan tradition. Jan's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts on quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jan's Village Pizza, North Main Street, Sheridan. Like us on Facebook.
It's football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. Come see us at any of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks!
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Welcome back to Tipton High School. The Sheridan Blackhawks down 21-0 here at Tipton at halftime, and certainly not what we had anticipated or expected, but the Blackhawks squarely a very young team coming back out on the football field over on the far side. Our home team sponsors here tonight, Tipton team sponsors tonight, Tom Pfeiffer State Farm Insurance. See Tom in the Side Street Mall on West Jefferson Street in Tipton for a complete lineup of insurance coverage for you. Auto, home, life, health, banking products, and more. Tom Pfeiffer State Farm, a Tipton team sponsor for tonight's game. Also another team, Tipton team sponsor for tonight's game, and Hortons of Tipton. Karen, Tim, and everyone at Hortons delight in bringing you everything from the practical to the divine. Don't forget about Hortons homemade fudge, custom blinds and shades, and of course the big Christmas open house coming up on Saturday, November 7th. Hortons on the Square in downtown Tipton. The Tipton Tipton Blue Devils out back on the football field. They've been out here a little bit longer than the Blackhawks. And Steve, you got that weather pulled up. Looks like a big glob of green coming our way.
Boy, it's just to the southeast, and it's moving to the northwest, and the leading edge of it is just looks like it's right on top of us. Of course, what we don't know with the low humidity. Is it even hitting the ground? It may be drying up before it hits the ground, so we'll see. But it is practically right on top of us, and at the rate it's moving, we will. If it's going to hit the ground, we will see before this game is over.
Well, hopefully we'll be out of here before, and hopefully this can keep the clock running here in the second half. And a lot of running plays in that first half, and hopefully I'd like to see a lot more of that happening here.
that entire first half took just under an hour by just a minute or two, and so we'll see how quickly this second half goes, which as we see teams that like to run the ball a lot, or that's their biggest option, to run the ball a lot, then it does make the ground or the clock move faster, the game go faster. So, and as cool as it is out here tonight, and with that wind blowing, I think everybody involved will be okay with that.
Well, Sheridan had deferred tonight, and they have elected to kick, so they will receive the football, mercifully enough, here. They'll get the football. I don't think you want to give Tipton any more opportunities than they already had.
Nope, that is for sure. That is for sure. And back for our Blackhawks is we got Jacob Chesney back there. And we also have, I'm trying to see who that is. He's turned sideways, so I can't see him.
Williams, I would imagine. Gunnar Williams is normally the guy back there with Chesney.
Acevedo's on the far side, looks like.
That'll be your last opportunity to get him.
So the Blackhawks desperately needing to put a drive together, just really to show that they can move the ball against this very strong defensive team from Tipton.
Yes, and get that goose egg off the board will go a long way.
Well, Slack will kick off. He's been perfect from extra points tonight, and he had a booming one earlier, and he'll kick this one, and it's going to be another booming kick that will come down, and it'll be about at the 11-yard line. That's Chesney, I believe.
It is Chesney.
And he's going to get back up to the 27, 28-yard line. So good field position for Chesney and company as the Blackhawks will start there.
Well, they definitely have some breathing room, as you said. They're almost to the 30-yard line, not quite, but.
They say the 29-yard line now, so first and 10. Need
to make something happen, as you said, to put the drive together, get some first downs, and get some points on the board.
Yeah, 29-yard line, first and 10. As the back in the shotgun formation is Chesney, as he's running, picking up a couple 3 yards, and the ball came loose, but I believe, no, Chesney just maybe. Just Chesney came loose.
about a 5-yard carry. So that's what we need. Yeah. That's what we need.
Second down and 5. Now for Sheridan. Chesney going to run again off of left tackle.
This time, though, the Blue Devils are ready for him. He may have got a little bit of yardage, maybe 2 at the most, but they were ready for him this time.
As the Blackhawks will have it. Let's see. What are they going to be called? 3rd and 4. They said they gave me a yard.
3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, right around there.
As Blackhawks coming near side is Acevedo, and Chesney's going to run, and I think he's got the first down. Nice job by Jacob Chesney, just kind of dancing and bouncing around, and finds a little seam, and he's going to pick up the first down. So he gets the ball to the 40-yard line, and that's, we haven't been able to say that a lot tonight.
No, not. I think that's only our second one of the entire game, so we'll take that.
Blackhawks, that is Chesney going to run near side, and boy, they're determined. I think they're just going to run the ball. Chesney's running for 7 yards, so it'll be second out and 3. Nice job by Chesney just getting over that left tackle, and again hand it to the offensive line as they're pushing people around that. And now Chesney is, or excuse me, Sheridan is a little up-tempo now, and they're going to hand the ball to Chesney again, and he's running hard for another first down over left tackle, and he's going to get it to the 45-yard line. Boy, nice job there by Jacob Chesney.
Picked up about 7 yards on that carry. As you said, got the first down, as he's called his number on every play so far here in the second half, as he's got 5 carries for 25 yards in across midfield.
Well, it was 14-0 at halftime. Delphi was leading Clinton Prairie, but now they've come storm back, and it's 14-13. So Prairie looking pretty good now in the second half as they're down by 1. The missed kick was no good, and so it's a 1-point game, Delphi and Clinton Prairie. As Chesney
calls his own number again, gets about 4 yards.
Be second and 4. Here it's 21-0, 9:32 to go. I thought it was 4.
Looks like it's 4.
I was
missed a couple lights there.
I was getting a little excited about that. Here's Chesney running again, and they're gonna. Well, he just keeps running. He's going to be short of the first down, but boy, picking up hard yards now. Chesney is running hard, and you almost wonder, Steve, how much can you take of that?
Well, you know, if you look at what he did in the first half, he only had 4 carries for about 10 yards. Here in the third quarter alone, as we start the second half, he's got 7 carries for 33 yards already.
Well, here is Chesney again. He's going to hand it to Callahan this time, and Callahan's going to be at the first down. He had to get past the 35, and he got it about the 33-yard line. So nice job by Callahan. Wow.
That's about a 4-yard carry, as you said, by Callahan, and more importantly, got the first down, third one of the second half, fourth of the game for our Blackhawks.
Well, here is Chesney. Oh no, that Acevedo is that? No, that's Burnell. He was a little wildcat that time. No, excuse me, that's Chesney. I'm sorry. Chesney still had it. It looked like it was number 24, but it was number 34. Kellen Woods on the tackle. It'll be second down. It'll be about about second and 5 here. 8:10 to go here in the third quarter. Chesney with the football, and he's just going to keep running like that left side, and he continues to slip past people for a yard or 2. It'll be third down.
Pick up about 3 yards on that carry.
And
about third and 2 or 3.
Well,
definitely 4-down territory, without a doubt, for Coach Wright, if we get that far, if we can't get a first down.
Well, I mean, they've really come out of the halftime and said, this is a great statement drive for the Sheridan Blackhawks to say, hey, we're not, you may beat us tonight, but we're not going to go down without a fight. And Chesney's going to run to the right side. Got a little opening. He's got 5. He's got 4. He's got, 10. He may be in. Is he in? Touchdown. Jacob Chesney. My goodness, Chesney runs on the right side, picks up, let's see, that was what,
27 yards.
27 yards. My goodness.
Well, they had 24 yards rushing the entire first half, and now they picked up 72 on their first drive to start the second half. So,
wow.
Look like we got a good game plan.
Well, and we'll see if they can add the extra point. That is Jacob Chesney is going to come in and try to add, and he's been Mr. Everything here in the second half so far in the third quarter for Sheridan with 7:26 to go in the third quarter. Chesney will kick the extra point, and it is up and through, and it's 21-7. So, good news, the Blackhawks are not going home empty-handed. They've got a score on the board. It's 21-7. Tipton Blue Devils lead here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. It's the Sheridan Blackhawk football on Shine99TV.com.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're hometown pharmacy taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Welcome back to Tipton High School. The Blue Devils getting ready to receive the football after that impressive Sheridan drive to start the second half, Steve. So it's 21-7 now.
It certainly is, and just as we start celebrating that, we got sprinkles on our window here in the press box, so add to the misery of the people outside, the cold and the wind, you get some rain on top of it.
Which we'll be seeing on the camera because the way we've had to set up tonight. And the ball is going to be short, actually, and that is going to be 42-yard line. Great field position again for the Tipton Blue Devils.
Well, our Blackhawk offense figured something out. Let's see if our Blackhawk defense can figure something out.
Well, it is going to be 21-7, third quarter, 7:22 to go here in the third quarter. As the Blackhawks ate up about half of that third quarter on their opening possession here in the second half. And here is Woods in the shotgun formation. Let's see if they will answer now. They're going to give it to the big guy, Blake Edwards, and he's going to run and keep running and run over people. And Edwards is going to be close to another first down. My goodness.
Going to be close.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him at the 4. Well, let's see. I think they're going to probably have to measure this, I would imagine. They will. Is pretty doggone close. So they will measure that. And I don't know. It looks like it's about a couple inches short, but we'll see.
Well, Blake Edwards certainly didn't change his game plan at halftime, get the ball and get a bunch of yards on the first carry. So,
yeah, he is.
He's done his part tonight.
He's quite a runner.
And they just got a deadly combination. You've got Edwards back there as your lead back, and you got Prater who can run the ball. He's a quick type of scat back. And every once in a while, quarterback Woods, who's got good speed, calls his own number. So it's like a triple threat that you've got to figure out what's going to happen.
Well, it is a first down for the Blue Devils, and we've said that a lot tonight so far as well. It's 7:15 to go here in the third quarter, 21-7. Sheridan gets on the board here in the second half, but the
defense has got to find a way now, get the ball back without giving up any more points.
Blue Devils get their first down of the second half as Woods in the shotgun formation, slot to the far side. Split to the near side, single back. And here is Woods calling for the football, and he's going to hand it again to Edwards. And boy, Edwards does a nice job for a guy his size. He does a nice job of just kind of bouncing around, and he looks bigger than he is. I mean, according to the roster here, he's 5'11", but he doesn't.
And only 170 pounds.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he must have been in his bathing suit only that day or something. I don't know, maybe he was on a diet or something. He looks like a horse out there.
He looks taller than 5'11", and he plays bigger than 170, that's for sure. Here's a shotgun for Woods, and he is going to he's going to keep the football, and he's going to run down to the 40-yard line. Looks like we got a holding against Tipton it will be against Tipton. And that will certainly help the Blackhawks.
That may be the break we need to stop this drive, because right now it's been very impressive with Mr. Edwards.
And they're going to mark that penalty off against the
49-yard line.
And that's going to take it back to the 49-yard line against the Tipton Blue Devils. It's 6:16 to go here in the third quarter. 21-7. The score.
It'll be about second and 12, second and 13.
As both teams have been running the ball well here tonight. Well, Tipton has been all night. Sheridan certainly doing a better job in the second half running that their opening drive of the second. Here's the first pass of the second half, and he's got going deep, and the man is overthrown, and that will stop the clock. Bergen, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down and, a third and long.
Yep, but this is where the defense has got him. The Blackhawks have got him with the help of that penalty. Now, do not give up the huge yardage. If you don't give up 5 or 6, that's fine, but don't give up 12 yards.
Well, let's see what they can do.
And we'll see if Woods goes back to the air, as he's not afraid to sling the ball down there.
No,
His receivers can get open.
He just overthrew it.
Yep.
Well, Woods back in the shotgun formation. They got a long way, third and about 13, and here's Woods going to roll to his left, and he's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. And boy, that was, my goodness,
that was a tie.
That was right on time. I don't agree with that call at all.
I don't either. I thought he was good.
I tell you what, both guys were right there at the ball, and they're going to call a pass interference against Sheridan, and what a tough call against the Blackhawks.
That's a tough break.
Gutierrez, the intended receiver, and it'll be a first down for the Blue Devils.
Tough break.
Well, I'm going to look at the replay here, so we'll just see. It's going to come up here in just a second.
Penalty moves the ball through the 36-yard line.
And we'll just see if that was
enough for a Tipton first
absolutely
down.
that was absolutely not an interference. I just watched it. He hit the ball at the same time that and just watching it over again, it was not an interference call. But tough break for the Sheridan Blackhawks. Is not what I say. It's what the guys say in the stripes. And here's Woods back to throw again, and he's got a man open and is caught. And Kellen Woods catches, that is complete down to about the 20-yard line. Lucas Swan on the reception at the 18-yard line. Well, first down for the Tipton Blue Devils. Oh, now a penalty against the Blue Devils. Well,
we'll just hold on and mark that down. We'll see what happens.
I had just about got ready to say that the third quarter was going by pretty smoothly, pretty quickly, and now that's changed here with a couple of penalties and some balls being thrown around now, waiting for the official to come over, and he's going to come talk to the Tipton coach. And I don't think anybody, I'm still waiting to figure out what was going on. And it's going to be a personal foul against Tipton, so that's going to mark it back from the and the Blue Devils. Not a head coach Aaron Toll. He's not too happy as the rain's starting to lightly sprinkle us here at Blue Devil Stadium. Well, it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the Sheridan 34 instead of the Sheridan 18. So Woods will be back in the shotgun formation. And let's see if everybody can settle down and we can play some football. And they're going to hand the ball to Blake Edwards, and imagine that. And good job, good defensive stand. That's Gibson in there on the tackle for the Sheridan Blackhawks. And it'll be...
looks like I'm getting about 3 yards on the carry.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain. And the clock is running 5:28 to go here in the third quarter. 21-7, the Blue Devils leading over the Sheridan Blackhawks. Blackhawks 2-4 on the season as the Tipton Blue Devils trying to get above 500 at 3-3. Woods in the shotgun formation, single back, and he's going to keep the football, and he's going to run to the far side trying to get around the side on the corner, and he does. And I think he got a first down.
Yep, he certainly did.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
About a 10-yard carry from Mr. Woods.
So they're going to give him a first down, and that will stop the clock as he gets out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
That's that tough triple option threat they have of Prater and Edwards, and when Woods calls his own number, that doesn't happen very often.
He's a quick kid.
He is.
He's very quick. He's very shifty with the ball, and he does a nice job of disguising what he's going to do. And here's Woods back in the shotgun formation, going to throw it this time. It is caught near side. He's at the 10-yard line down to about the 8-yard line. That's Caleb Burkett. And Burkett is going to pick up good yards and another first down. They're going to put it to 9 yards. It'll be first down and goal now at the 9-yard line. So the Blackhawks has had some opportunities to keep them and to stop them, but they've failed. And now here we are with Tipton knocking at the door in the red zone.
Tipton looking to answer the call that Sheridan put 7 on the board. They're going to try to match that.
Here's Woods. And he's going to hand the ball to Blake Edwards, and he's going to rumble to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, and he's going to be stopped, and they got another flag on the play. Boy, things are getting a little sloppy now as the weather's starting to get a little sloppy.
Ball down near the 1-yard line.
They're saying the ball's about the 1. It's going to be face mask against Sheridan. It will be, well, it'll be first and goal. I mean, they'll just mark it half the distance, so it'll be first and goal.
First and goal for the Blue Devils on the half-a-yard line.
The Blue Devils
looking to punch it in. They sit on the 1-yard line, and you look for Mr. Edwards. Is probably my first choice I'm going to, but you got Prater back here behind. Edwards is the fullback, Prater's the tailback.
Well, Prater back there with Kellen Woods underneath center. He's going to hand it to Edwards, and he's in the end zone.
The big
touchdown.
guy.
Blake Edwards into the end zone for a Blue Devil touchdown.
And that's going to be 27-7. As the Blue Devils have answered the score now that Sheridan put on the board here earlier in the third quarter. Blue Devils will try to add on to the extra point.
Attempting the extra point.
As Slack has been perfect so far tonight, kicking the football both on extra points and doing a nice job on the kickoffs as well. And there's the kick. It looks like it's good. It is. 28-7, 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. The Blackhawks down to the Blue Devils here at Blue Devil Stadium. You're listening to Sheridan Football on Shine99TV.com.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition in our community.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Welcome back to Tipton Blue Devil Stadium. The Blue Devils leading 28-7 as the Blue Devils will kick the football. We apologize for our video here tonight. We're having to broadcast behind the glass, and so we're catching some rain here tonight, so changes the situation. So you're not hallucinating if you're watching the bubbles on the screen. Here's Chesney, going to get the ball back up to about the 25-yard line, 26-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 for the Sheridan Blackhawks.
Tackle by Noah Hill.
The
27, first and 10 for the
Blackhawks trying to pick up where they left off in their first possession of the third quarter, as they were able to drive the ball down for a touchdown, mainly because of Chesney's legs. And there's the ball that's on the ground. He's going to pick it up, trying to get to the outside, and he does. And he's going to be able to dive forward and actually going to pick up a yard or two. My goodness, great job by Jacob Chesney.
Well, we'll take that. Almost a 2-yard gain. We'll take that out. It could have been a disaster.
Well, it could have been loss of the ball. Could be a turnover, or it could have been a 4 or 5 yard loss, but he ends up making it about a 2 yard gain, 2nd and 8 there at the 29-yard line. Chesney breaks the huddle and sends a receiver to the far side in the shotgun formation, and he's going to go back now. He's going to run and looking for a little boy. He breaks a tackle, and he's keeps running up to the 40-yard line and got a first down.
11-yard carry for Mr. Chesney.
So Chesney has really taken over here in the second half.
He's putting on his own little clinic as he picked up 11 and the first down on that carry.
Blake Edwards did the same in the first half, and he's just continuing it here in the second half, but Chesney has really come to play here in the second half as he's going to continue to run and pick up another 2 yards over on the far side. Be 2nd down and 8 after about a 2 yard gain. Clock running, 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Blackhawks desperately trying to get something going here in the third quarter after scoring that touchdown in that opening drive of the second half. It's 2nd down and 8. Chesney, shotgun formation. Been there most of the night. In fact, all of the night for the Blackhawks. Blue Devils have gone back and forth. Here's a handoff, and I believe that is Burnett. No, that is Acevedo. Acevedo's first carry, I believe, tonight. And that's going to be another, I think, very close to another. Yeah, it is a first down. So they will move the chains, and the Blackhawks will continue to keep the football. As the Blackhawks, Chesney hands the ball again. I believe that is Acevedo again. He's going to pick up good yards off a left tackle.
And it is Acevedo, his second carry of the half. About the 6 yard carry.
And Ovador on the tackle as Sheridan is going to play a little hurry up now, as they are not taking any time in the huddle. They're just breaking huddle and quickly and getting back up to the line of scrimmage. Chesney's going to run again, and it's just it's right now, and Chesney left, Chesney right, with an occasional run by one of the running backs. 1:37 to go in the third quarter. It'll be 3rd down now. I said about 3rd and 4 for the Blackhawks.
Looks like they gave Chesney about maybe a yard on that carry, so we'll give him 1.
And Blackhawks will see if they can pick up. Of course, 4 down territory. I mean, they're going to be they're not going to punt the ball. I don't think the rest of the night. I think they're going to just try to power run the ball. And Acevedo picking up good yardage, and they've been hit, and will pick up the first down on that big hit.
Not for the first down.
And that will stop. But they got a flag on the play.
Oh no.
Let's see what that one's all about. I certainly hope that's not holding, but we'll see.
And it is. Oh, what a heartbreaker.
That is a tough break for the Blackhawks, who had a first down, and now instead of a first down, it'll be 3rd down. Instead of about 3.5, 4, it's going to be 3rd down, and
probably about 10.
Yeah, about 10.
If
they mark it off from the spot of the foul, that's what they'll do. It'll be 3rd down.
It'll be less than 10, maybe about 5. So that's certainly doable. And it's 4 down territory, as you said, but let's get it now.
Okay.
3rd and about 6 for Sheridan.
So Sheridan, instead of having a first down, it's a 3rd down, 3rd and 6. Chesney in the shotgun, and he's going to go back to throw, and he's got a man out there one-on-one. It's caught. It is caught over on the far side. And my goodness, Chesney put that on a rope.
Hardwood?
That was number 81, I believe. Let's see. We're trying to figure out who that's Brody Perry. Brody Perry, the receiver. So first down for the Blackhawks. And the Blackhawks back in business, and Chesney's going to run off right tackle again. He's got 1 yard, 2 yards, maybe 3, as he keeps the ball churning. And he's got, man, they may have given him about 5 yards. Let's see where they're going to put it. They're going to put it at the 7-yard line. So it'll be second down and about 5 after a 5-yard gain. And Sheridan's going to try to get another playoff here before the end of the third quarter. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's 28-7. The Blue Devils leading the Blackhawks here in the third quarter. Here's Chesney, and he's going to hand the ball in a delayed handoff, and that's Acevedo in the score. And before the third quarter will end, the Sheridan Blackhawks make it a 2-score game again. So nice job there by Chesney, handing the ball on a delayed handoff, a little delayed draw there to Acevedo, and he takes it into the end zone after a 6-yard scamper, and it's 28-13, and Chesney will try to make this a 28-14 ball game. 2-score ball game here. Let's see what Chesney can do. The left-footed kicker, Cummings with the hold, and that was blocked. And 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's 28-13. We'll take a timeout. Sheridan Blackhawk football on Shine99TV.com.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Farmers Bank can give you access to your banking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Enjoy the convenience of mobile banking from the Farmers Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC, and good luck to all locally from the Farmers Bank.
Keevers Hardware in Sheridan doesn't just sell hardware. Keevers solves problems. Keevers will rebuild your screens, mix paint, carefully cut your keys, carry all the in-stock items you need. Keevers, making your life easier in Blackhawk country.
It's football season, and like the Sheridan Blackhawks, First Farmers Bank and Trust has a long-standing tradition, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. Come see us at any of our 36 locations of First Farmers Bank and Trust. Go Blackhawks!
And Nicholas Burnell to kick for the Blackhawks after the score, and there is the kick, and it's going to be a little squib kick, going to be picked up there by Harrison and Caleb Cook, and that's number 11, Caleb Burkett, and he is going to be he's going to have he's not going to pick up a whole lot. He tried to do a lot of scrambling and running, but not picking up a whole lot there. And it will be the end of the third quarter. 28-13. The Sheridan Blackhawks hanging in there. Could have been an easy blowout, but the Blackhawks really working hard here in the second half. We'll come back with the fourth quarter, 28-13. Blue Devils lead at Sheridan Blackhawk football on Shine99TV.com.
Enjoy a Sheridan tradition. Jan's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts on quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jan's Village Pizza. Like us on Facebook.
Wallace Grain and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain in Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain in Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th, Sheridan.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School as the Blue Devils get back up to the line of scrimmage to start the fourth quarter. It's 28-13 as the Blackhawks have just scored, and now here's Tipton with the football, and that is going to be another handoff to Blake Edwards, who's pounding right between the tackles and picking up 6, 7, 8 yards. It'll be second down and about 2. Wow. That's been the story of the game tonight. Really.
Well, it certainly has. Mr. Edwards is just a sophomore, so teams will have to deal with him for the next 2 years. Unbelievable.
Yeah, 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard gain for the after the Blake Edwards run. Here is they're going to be, well, here's now another
Prater.
running back that does a pretty nice job, Prater, who is going to get the first down and more. Amonte Prater, as they kept pushing, and gets it across the 50-yard line into Sheridan territory. It'll be first down. First down now for the Blue Devils, as the Blue Devils continue to just pound the ball on the ground. And the clock will start running with 11:15 to go here in the ball game.
Blue Devils would like nothing better than just to keep the ball on the ground and grind off as much clock as they could, maybe half the quarter if it was up to them, but hopefully our defense come up with the stop somewhere. We've got it figured out offensively, just defensively we don't have an answer for this powerful running offense of Blue Tipton.
High formation, and Wood's going to keep it this time, and off of left tackle, and he's going to run for about another 8 or 9 yards, as he's going to pick up good yardage, and that'll be just shy of the first down. It'll be second down and about a yard after about a 9-yard gain. 10:37 to go in the ball game. It is 28-13. Tipton with the lead. Tipton will be at Lewis Cass next week. Sheridan will be back home finally.
We only got 3 home games. We had North Wine, Eastern, and Taylor, and that's it.
Yeah.
With maybe they have it set up there, the Hoosier Heartland playoff game will be at home also.
I've got to believe it's got to be. I mean, I can't imagine him not playing at least 4 games. Here is a handoff to Prater, and Prater upended and hit by Chesney. Boy, he dropped him after, I believe, he's going to be very close to the first down. It looks like he had to get to the 37, and I think it's going to be enough for the first down. It is. So they'll move the chains.
But that was a hard-fought yard he had to get. He paid for that one.
They'll move the chains as they pick up another first down. Here's Woods underneath center. Sends receivers to both sides, and that is a deep eye. As Prater is way back there, they're going to hand the ball to the fullback. That is Blake Edwards. And Edwards is going to pick up a couple of yards. Joe Callahan on the tackle.
Looks like about it's going to be about we'll give it a 4-yard gain, make it 2nd and 6 as the clock ticks at just under the 10-minute mark.
Well, the Blackhawks have the one good thing you can say about tonight is the Blackhawks did not fold. They have played hard, and this is undoubtedly a much more talented football team in Tipton than the Blackhawks, and Tipton's going to keep running the football. That is Prater, and it's a heavy dose of Prater and Edwards tonight, and then you mix in a little bit of Woods, and it's just wow. And now we're going to call personal foul against Sheridan. My goodness. Oh, it's going to be both. It's going to be both. So it's going to be an offsetting foul, so nothing will happen. So that
offsetting penalties.
And they're both declined, and it will, I guess when that happens, why don't you just go warn the team and not
That's right.
Tell them, okay, you boys got both penalties, so let's cut it out. And they'll 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. As the Blue Devils have just dominated the game on the ground tonight. 28-13 your score here in the third quarter, as Woods underneath the center. And he's going to hand the ball off to Prater again, and Prater just bangs his way over left tackle. Amonte Prater picking up good yardage. And Brody Perry on the tackle.
20-yard line, tackled by Jacob Chesney and Brody Perry.
Well, Chesney in on the tackle as well. Jacob Chesney has been everywhere tonight. I mean, he has run the ball. He has made solo tackles. He's kicked the ball.
He's done it all.
As the Blue Devils will break huddle, and they'll send Caleb Burkett over to the far side, and number 81 Cortez comes to the near side. And here is Woods going to pitch it to Prater, and nice job defensive. Then Prater breaks a tackle, and Sheridan pretty much had him pinned up in the backfield, but Prater does a nice job of getting around one defender and then two defenders, and he's going to be really close to another first down.
He is like Edwards. He just doesn't quit, keeps moving, and once you get him on the ground, then it's soft. But they both learn to run the ball well by keeping their legs moving.
Well, 3rd and 1. It will be shy of the first down, so again, the Blackhawks really called upon defensively to make a stop here. If they got any shot of, this would be a big play here to stop this one and the next one. Maybe even get a turnover. Here is Blue Devils with the football. That is Woods. And Woods just keeps it, doesn't he? Or no, it's Blake Edwards. He gave it to Blake Edwards, and he gets it inside the 5. Well, that's that may be one of those plays that you turn out the lights.
Yep, I think you're right. I think you may be right.
Because with 7:19 to go here in the ball game, you're down, 28-13. And if they put it in here, it's going to be a mighty tough.
Yep.
The game has really never been in doubt for Tipton. That they've controlled the game from the beginning. Sheridan has played very well to keep fighting in this thing, and they're going to give it to Prater, and he's going to be hit by Big Gibson, and Gibson's going to knock him down. Alex Gibson. It'll be and Zach Reed in on the tackle.
Because at some point now, it may already be the clock's going to become the enemy for the Blackhawks. As long as it takes us to grind out a drive and get a score, it's going to be tough to come back from 2, let alone 3.
Well, the ball's at the 3-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, and if you're Tipton, you take your time.
Yes.
Why let Sheridan even have an opportunity to get a chance to get back in the thing? You take your time and you put it into the end zone, and let's see what happens here. Here is. And Edwards is in for the touchdown, and that makes it 34-13. Well, 3-yard touchdown run for Blake Edwards, and we've said that a lot tonight.
Well, that we have, and it just tells me that young man is a sophomore. He runs like a senior without a doubt.
Well, Tyler Slack will come in, and he has been perfect tonight. Let's see if he can add on to that perfection here on this one. 34-13, and it is up. Boy, it looks good. It is good. 35-13. We'll take another timeout. Sheridan Blackhawks down 35-13 to the Tipton Blue Devils. You're listening to Sheridan Blackhawk football here on Shine 99.
Does your computer need help? Sheridan Office Solutions can bring your computer back to good health. Lay out and print your posters, produce your video, lay out and print anything, from menus to memo pads, even help launch your new website. Sheridan Office Solutions on Main Street, Sheridan.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Well, welcome back to Tipton High School. The Blue Devils in control of this one, 35-13, and really the tell of the tape on this one, Steve, has been yards gained on the ground.
Well, it certainly has been. It's been a running clinic by the Tipton Blue Devils as their offensive line has controlled it. They've made the holes, made the blocks, and they have allowed the Blue Devils running back for the most part to run free.
Well, Tipton will kick off now after the touchdown. Let's see if the Blackhawks can respond. And here is a high end-over-end kick, and that is going to come down to Acevedo, and Acevedo is going to pick up 5, 10, maybe 15 yards out to about the 32-yard line. So nice job there by Acevedo. And Acevedo is and company will get the first down or start at their own 32-yard line. They say at the 33-yard line.
606, is that 606 or 806?
606.
Okay.
Here in the third quarter, 35-13. The Sheridan Blackhawks down here to the Tipton Blue Devils.
Needing 3 scores with 6:06 to go.
As the Blue Devils have dominated this one tonight. As Chesney's had a great game, though, here in the second half. Not so much in the first half, but just keeps running, and he's going to run right down the middle and maybe pick up a yard or two, and it'll be second down.
About a 2-yard pickup from Mr. Chesney.
So they're going to give him 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
As the clock just dips under the 6-minute mark.
As Sheridan, like I said, will host Taylor next week.
Will fall to 3-5 on the season.
And the Tipton Blue Devils will get above 500. They'll go to 4-3 here. And here is Chesney. Guess what? Oh, Chesney. Oh, that's Callahan.
Acevedo Callahan.
Well,
Callahan.
Yeah, they say Callahan's running the football. And he is, well, he doesn't get a whole lot.
No, he gets maybe,
comes in there and lays one on him.
Maybe a yard.
And now we got a timeout, Sheridan. 5:15 to go in the ball game. Sheridan will call a timeout. It is 3rd and 8 when we come back. 35-13, Tipton leading at Sheridan football on Shine99TV.com.
Bragg Insurance is your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rate today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making few trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Welcome back to Tipton High School. The Sheridan Blackhawks and the Tipton Blue Devils, 35-13, Tipton leading. Thanks to our Tipton team sponsors tonight, Tom Pfeiffer State Farm Insurance. See Tom in the Side Street Mall on West Jefferson Street in Tipton for complete lineup of your insurance and your insurance needs, auto, home, life, health, banking products, and more. Tom Pfeiffer State Farm and Tipton team sponsor for tonight's football game. Also another team sponsor for Tipton tonight is Hortons of Tipton. Karen and Tim and everyone at Hortons delight in bringing you everything from the practical to the divine. Don't forget about Hortons homemade fudge, custom blinds and shades, and the big Christmas open house coming up Saturday, November 7th. Hortons on the Square in downtown Tipton. Sheridan with the football. Here is Chesney going to keep the football and roll, and now he's going to try to throw. Now he's going to run, and he's got good yardage. He's got a first down, and he's got more up to about the 50-yard line. Nice job there by Jacob Chesney to keep the ball and drive alive for the Sheridan Blackhawks.
16-yard carry for Mr. Chesney as he gets the first down, and we cross midfield.
He's got to be getting close to 100 yards here in the second half.
Let's see if we can figure it up here real quick. He's got
Chesney in the shotgun, and he is going to look to throw, and he is going to throw, and is going to be caught by Hardwood, I believe. Or is that Brody Perry? Let's check it. Yeah, Brody Perry's picking it up over on the far side. And it stops the clock.
About a 9-yard pickup.
Second down and about 2 after, they're going to say about 8, so it'll be 2nd and 2. The Blackhawks trying to get another one in the end zone here. They've got 2 here in the second half. It was 21-0 at halftime. And Sheridan came out and scored in their opening possession of the second half. And here's Ched just like this. That's what they've been doing. Chesney just keeping the football and running with the football and keeps the football, keeps the drive alive again as he's going to get another first down. And they're going to stop the clock as he will move the chains.
About a 13-yard carry for Mr. Chesney.
So Sheridan's going to pick up another first down and keep the ball as the Blackhawks doing a nice job here in the second half. A much better job here in the second half than he did in the first half. And here's Chesney going to run off a left tackle again and just kind of diving. The thing that I think has been different between the first half and the second half is Chesney not running with any kind of intimidation. He's looking for that little crease, and he takes advantage of it.
Yes, that he does. He's certainly not afraid to take a hit, and And, I think we tried to use a lot of our other running backs the first half, and it just didn't work. But having Chesney call his own numbers worked out very well for us.
Second down and about 8 after a 2-yard game. Chesney's going to run. Oh, they're going to hand it off to Acevedo. And Acevedo, boy, just about breaks it. If he could break it, he's in the end zone, but he can't quite get around the right side, and it'll be third down. And they're only going to give him a yard or two. It'll be third and about 7.
About a 2-yard gain, 3-yard gain.
35-13, 3:37 to go in the ball game. As the Blackhawks trying to get it in for one more time. Burnell goes out as Acevedo and Chesney in the backfield. And here's Chesney looking, and he wants to throw. Now he's going to run, and he is going to dive over on the far side and very close to a first down. They're going to keep the clock running, and I believe now they're going to stop the clock because I think they're going to be too close to a first down. Let's see. They may have to measure this one.
To the 18-yard line.
So, yeah, they're going to have to measure. It's very close. Well, Steve, again, you got to hand it off to Sheridan for coming back in the second half. They were down 21-0, could have just folded, but came back and have scored 2 touchdowns, trying to get another one in the end zone. The problem was they just could not get a stop in the second half. They just could not get when they had the opportunities, they just couldn't get the stop.
Mm-hmm. If we could have had this type of offensive output the first half, we probably could have just matched score for score. But as you said, they stopped us a few times in the first half, and we couldn't stop them. Really haven't stopped them in the second half, and it's just been a tough break. It could have been a high-scoring affair if we could have matched their scores.
Well, one of the things about Bud, he does make the halftime adjustments, and he did make some adjustments at halftime, and the clock will run now as Chesney will run to the near side and trying to get, and he's running right and running more over here. He's going to hit very close to a first down. I believe he's got it.
Quarterback Jacob
Well,
trying the right side.
Well, they had actually had the first down, so it'll be second down.
About a 5-yard
pickup. They got
pickup.
about 5 yards, so it'll be at the 12-yard line, so it'll be second and 5 at the 12. So nice job by Chesney, and the clock will run. 2:34 to go here in the ball game. And here is Chesney going to run it. They're going to give it to Acevedo this time. And Acevedo is going to.
He's stacked up, maybe a yard or two gain.
He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe give him a yard. I'm not too sure they're going to move it at all, but it'll be third down. Of course, it's 4-down territory. 2:07 to go in the ball game. As the Blackhawks trying desperately to they can get a first down at the, let's see, what is that, about the 7-yard line?
I think so. And, 7-yard line. We just dipped under the 2-minute mark.
And if you're the Blackhawks, really a win here is to get this thing in the end zone. I mean, you're down 3 scores, but you'd love to get it in. And Chesney's going to try to throw. Well, he's going to run it now, and he's going to run it, and is he in? Yes, he's in. Touchdown. Jacob Chesney over on the far corner gets it in, and I know it's difficult to see with all the rain that we have coming in on the. But it is
between the rain and the glare of the window.
Yeah,
it's making it very tough tonight for us.
So that let's see if Sheridan will decide to go for 2. I would imagine they would with 1:35 to go in the ball game. You might as well, and then try to kick it onside. You never know what may happen. And they are going to go for it. Chesney and company would love to be able to get this one in, and Chesney's back to throw, and he's got a man now. He's going to run. I think he's in. He is. So he picks up the first down, and it's 35-21. So now Sheridan will try to kick a field or an onside kick to see if they can possibly do something a little more damage here. Well, we'll take a quick timeout. Blackhawks do get on the board again, 35-21 here in the fourth quarter. Blackhawks football on Shine99TV.com.
Bragg Insurance, your local independent agency. Bragg Insurance offers great rates as well as outstanding service. Call 317-758-5828 to get your rates today. Bragg Insurance is proud to sponsor the great high school football tradition of our community.
Newell's Gas continues to expand into the Sheridan area with quality propane service. The next time you need propane, call Newell's Gas and Appliance. Call 765-249-2866.
Wallace Grain and Coach Bud Wright have both worked hard serving Sheridan for decades. Wallace Grain in Sheridan is a Purina certified expert feed dealer for horses, cattle, livestock, and pets. Purina salutes Wallace Grain in Sheridan, an 80-year hometown hero.
Well, welcome back as Sheridan gets ready to kick the football back to Tipton after the Sheridan score. 21-13, Delphi leading with 1:50 left over the Clinton Prairie Gophers. Prairie's not had much luck in the red zone tonight. And here's an onside kick, and it's still on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Tipton, and that should do it tonight, Steve. I think Sheridan only has one or none.
I
think one or two. They may have two timeouts, but regardless, I would imagine Tipton maybe need to run the ball one time, and then I think they could go into victory formation.
Yep, I think they can take a knee and may not have to do any time. I know we've used at least two timeouts here in the second half.
Okay,
they were almost back to back.
Okay, well then that would leave us with one.
I think if we haven't burned up the last one either, I don't know.
Well, I got to believe that regardless, let's see if Woods just takes a knee. I formation, and he's going to hand it off to a new running back, number 36 in there. That is Sebastian Olson. We've got him as Sebastian Olson is the running back. And the clock will run, and Sheridan is not going to stop it. So really, if you're Tipton, you don't. Looks like maybe even a new quarterback coming in. We'll check and see number 8, KJ Rodebush, and that is Sebastian Connor, not Olson. That is a mistake on the roster. And here is Rodeball, who's going to run right down the middle. KJ Rodeball, he is a freshman quarterback, keeps the football, and there's no need to, they could snap it one more time, and that'll be it. Well, a valiant effort for the Blackhawks to come back in the second half, but it's going to fall short, 35-21, but certainly a lot better than 21-0.
Yes, that is for sure. That is for sure.
As Tipton will break the huddle, the little guy is going to try to run another one. Let's see if they take a knee or they try to run one more. And that's Rodebush underneath the. Now they're going to. Oh, and now there's a. guess that got jinxed. Let's see. There's going to be a legal procedure against Blue Devils. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now. And you really only have to do is just snap the ball. And let's see if they will start the clock. They will not. So 3rd and 7, 18 seconds. As Rodebush will hand the ball. It's hit hard. And boy, see, why would you do that? I don't. See, that's what I don't understand. Why do you even do that? So Sebastian Connor gets nailed, and that will do it. That's the end of the. Well, yeah, the game will end. That's 2 seconds. 1 second, that's over. Well, it was a good one in the second half anyway. Good job by the Blackhawks to come back. 35-21, your final score, as we'll take a timeout and come back and wrap this one up. It's 35-21. Tipton beats the Sheridan Blackhawks at Sheridan Blackhawk football here on Shine99TV.com.
The Farmers Bank can give you access to your banking 24 hours, 7 days a week. Enjoy the convenience of mobile banking from the Farmers Bank. Equal housing lender for FDIC. Good luck to all the athletes from the Farmers Bank.
Join be a Sheridan tradition. Jan's Village Pizza has been named Best Pizza in the Midwest by Pizza Today magazine. With fresh dough made daily by Edith and no shortcuts of quality, you'll discover why hard work makes good pizza. Jan's Village Pizza, North Main Street, Sheridan. Like us on Facebook.
At Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, you're not just a number, and we're not just a pharmacy. We're your hometown pharmacy for healthcare needs and gifts, taking pride in our service in reviewing your drugs and syncing your medication for you, making fewer trips for you. Sheridan Elliott Pharmacy, 508 East 10th Street, Sheridan.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back to Tipton High School. Tipton Blue Devils win this one 35-21 as both teams have just finished shaking hands at the middle of the field as Coach Bud Wright will be headed back over to talk with his team. And really a tale of two halves here as the Sheridan Blackhawks really struggled in that first half and were blanked 21-0 in the first half. Blackhawks come back, get the first drive, get a touchdown on that first drive in the third quarter, but unfortunately they just could not get a stop. And Tipton comes back and answers that score. Sheridan answers that score. Tipton answers that score, and that's how we ended up 35-21 tonight, as the Blackhawks have really no reason to be down, because I thought they played pretty well in the second half, Steve. But let's take a look at those stats and see exactly what happened and how we got to that score.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with the Tipton Blue Devils coming out on the winning end tonight. Team rushing for the Blue Devils, 49 carries, 279 yards, and 5 touchdowns, averaging 5.7 yards a carry for the Blue Devils. Leading the way, of course, is Mr. Blake Edwards, a sophomore. It just stuns me. He's a sophomore. 23 carries, 148 yards, and 3 touchdowns, averaging 6.4 yards a carry. He's followed by Emontre Prater, 17 carries for 66 yards, 1 touchdown for 3.9 yards a carry, and he's a junior, so he'll be back next year. Kellen Woods, also a junior, back next year. 6 carries, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown, averaging 9.5 yards a game. Next up would be KJ Radebush, 1 carry for 6 yards, and Sebastian Connor had 2 carries for 2 yards. From the air, not too bad for Mr. Woods. He is 3-7 passing for 43 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. On the receiving end for the 3 passes for Woods, leading the way was Sam Gutierrez, 1 reception for 18 yards. Lucas Swan had 1 reception for 15 yards, and Caleb Burkett had 1 reception for 10 yards. The Blue Devils were penalized 5 times for 50 yards in the game. They had 19 first downs. They had no fumbles in the game. Moving to our Sheridan Blackhawks tonight. Team rushing, 39 carries, 195 yards, and 3 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards a carry. Leading the way was Jacob Chesney, 25 carries, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 5.8 yards a carry. He is followed by KJ Acevedo, 5 carries for 23 yards and 1 touchdown, 4.6 yards a carry on average. And next was Joe Callahan, 6 carries, 23 yards, averaging 3.8 yards a carry. And Kenny Burnell had 3 carries for 4 yards, 1.3 average. Not too bad numbers for Mr. Chesney passing. He had 4 of 6 passing for 59 yards. And the main thing, no interceptions. On the receiving end of those Chesney passes was Brody Perry, 2 receptions for 43 yards. And Kyle Hardwood had 1 reception for 7 yards. And Cole Cummings had 1 reception for 9 yards. Penalties for Blackhawks in the game, 4 penalties for 31 yards, 11 first downs as a team, and we had 2 fumbles, and we recovered both those back. And that is your final game stats.
All right. Well, as the Blackhawks gather over on the 20-yard line, the Blackhawks will be thinking about next week as they take on Taylor. They will host Taylor, finally get back home at next week's game, and that's another one of those 7:30 starts next week back at Sheridan as Taylor comes to town. The Blackhawks over there closing in prayer. They will now fall to 2-5. The Tipton Blue Devils now will go to 4-3, and the Tipton Blue Devils will be at Lewis Cass next week, and then they will finish off at Twin Lakes. So they're on the road. This is their final home game tonight as they're wrapping that up here on senior night. The Blackhawks, again, just really struggled in the first half, came back and played very well in the second half, but just couldn't quite get over the hump and could not really stop anybody defensively, Steve. That was really the tale of the tape. When in the second half, they could not stop Mr. Edwards.
No, it was a clinic by him and all the running backs for tipping, and tip my hat to what the offensive line, because it all starts there. We always say, always starts with the line. If you control the line, you'll win the game.
Yep, that's right. Well, Coach Bud Wright down there talking to some folks. We'll go ahead and get out of here. I'm sure he's ready to get home after a cold, rainy night. For Steve Martinez, I'm Shan Sheridan, and for all of Casper Media, we certainly wish you a very good night. We'll be back on the air, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise and that hurricane don't come running this way. We'll be back on the air next week as Taylor comes to town and Sheridan will host the Titans. 35-21, your final score here. The Blackhawks take it on the chin as the Tipton Blue Devils win this one on senior night. Again, for Steve Martinez, I'm Shan Sheridan. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.